Canada Now with Jeff Sammut. Canada Talks, Sirius XM 167.
He's a singer, songwriter, activist out of the UK and a friend to Canada who's got a new album out called Sounds to Pictures Volume 3, Constellations. Tim Arnold joins Canada Now. Tim, my friend, congratulations. Another great album here.
Thank you, Jeff. How are you?
I'm fantastic and better for having you on the show, my friend. And I want to thank you for letting me hear the album a little bit before the release. And you never cease to amaze me. I mean, this album gets better and better each time you hear it. And you got to hear it with headphones on, and you got to... you got to be able to kind of like don't listen to it while you're doing the dishes or you got something going on. Really pay attention and enjoy the album. And I'll tell you, and even just hearing, that was just the second track on the album. Just hearing a little bit of it, I go, man, that's good. It's better and better every time I hear it.
That's really lovely to know, and to know that it's being played on the other side of the Atlantic already. It's really lovely. Thank you.
So 10 compositions here, each written on 10 different nights over the span of, 10 weeks?
Yeah, pretty much. Over 10 weeks it was written, yeah, and recorded. How
was it to put something down and to pick it up again as often as you did for this?
How do you mean? As to put it...
Well, I mean, like with 10 compositions, each written on 10 different nights over the space of 10 weeks, would it be different than what your normal process would be, where you might dedicate some days where you would write, and you might write 2 or 3 things or work on 2, 3, 4 different things? Or was this like you worked on one dedicated thing for a period of time and then the next thing and the next thing? Was the process that much different here?
The process was really different because normally when I put an album together, I'm picking from years through my life of what melodies or lyrics or song ideas I have, and then I always end up with an album that's really come from lots of different periods. But this one, every single song was written in one night, all in space of a couple of months. So it's the first time I've written an album that's been all begun and finished in the same block of time, I suppose, and inspired so much by dreaming and all the things that we don't know that are flying around inside our minds at night.
Well, and let's get to that, because you started to write each new piece after finishing a phone conversation about dreams with actor, collage artist, and dreamer Kate Alderton, who also joins us on Canada Now. Kate, thanks for taking some time for us.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. Good to meet you.
Well,
good. Really lovely to meet you.
Good to meet you, too. And anybody that knows Tim is good in my book. So, Kate, what were those phone conversations I spoke of? What were those conversations like?
I mean, I'm passionate about dreaming, and when Tim and I first met, it was really reigniting a conversation about dreaming that I think he'd been having, for a long time. And so we talked about dreams I'd had. I'm part of an artistic community that very much follow dreaming and create art and go on adventures based on dreams that we have as an artistic crew. So we spoke a lot about that. We were both reading the same amazing book by a woman called Jennifer Dupert, who wrote a book about liminal dreaming, which is that kind of betwixt and between space in dreaming when you're falling asleep and you start to kind of catch dreams coming through. So we spoke a lot about the structure of dreaming, what it does to us and to our minds.
I mean, listen to her now. I want to go write another piece of music.
I'm so dreaming.
Well, Kate, you're an independent dream researcher with a background in the arts, but you've been in films like Armageddon Gospels, Fierce Creatures, starring John Cleese, a number of TV series. How did this career path come about for you?
The dreaming path? I think I'm first and foremost a dreamer, really. I think I've always been a dreamer. It's been a thread that's been with me since I was a child, really, like so many of us. Dreams is something we all share. and but often they get forgotten as we adults. So dreaming stayed with me really all the way through my work, and as I've got older and less passionate about commercial work in many ways, a lot of the stuff I do is very countercultural and pretty out there in terms of film and theatre. Dreaming seems like a very natural ally to the stranger corners of creativity, and certainly some of the work I've done, Armageddon Gospels, is very dreamlike as a film. Fierce Creatures less so, that was a long time ago.
Okay, so Tim, you have Kate involved in this project, and this project is going to go into a number of different places, one would think, but we'll get to that in a second. So you have Kate. Tell us about your violinist, Jonathan Hill, which we've heard. I mean, I think he's involved in every track, but we definitely heard him on that track. Tell us about Jonathan Hill.
Absolutely. I mean, Jonathan is, an incredible violinist. He's a virtuoso. He's one of my oldest friends. He played on about 15 of my albums, and he really began the Sounds to Pictures project. This new record, Constellations, is the third in that trilogy. And it came from him. He wanted to do orchestral versions of the songs that I'd done, which were in the kind of pop or rock genre. So we did that on the first two Sounds to Pictures albums, and then he said, "What are we doing for the third one?" And I said, "Wait, I have to listen to somebody who's talking to me about dreams, and I'll get back to it." And then I did, and then he was really amazed at the way that had happened very quickly as well, and he's leading every single song with violin, which is obviously I wrote on piano, but he's the lead instrumentalist on the musical side. Although Kate also plays singing bowls on two of the tracks too.
That's right. Yeah, Kate, you performed on a couple of tracks.
Yeah. Kate made the pictures, but we're all actually making sounds on this record.
Yeah. So those pictures, Kate. Once Tim and Jonathan were finished composing, you listened to the album and you created collages to go with the album.
That's right. Well, I created collages. I created them so I listened to the album many times during waking life, but also as I slept. And so the pictures in the album artwork comes from pictures that I see when I dream. So I people know me as a dream fisher in the UK. That's become my title here. And I fished the images from the dreaming and turned them into collages. So the sound fed my dreaming.
Tim, your thoughts on what Kate created for the album?
Well, I mean, the first one is a deep gratitude that I didn't have to make the album artwork for the first time. I was spellbound when I first saw the artwork for the cover, which we didn't know was the cover. I knew it was a response to a dream, but I didn't know that was the cover. We discussed about doing something else for the cover. And then it was just really obvious when I saw it that was what I thought the music looked like. So, I think that comes from a whole other area of talent to be able to tune in to what sounds might look like. They're sounds that I wrote, so I think I'm qualified to say that Kate's vision is it's pretty psychic of her, really. Yeah.
Well, and you're looking to take it a step further, Tim, because you're looking to take this project a step further by inviting dancers to choreograph short films with each of the compositions.
Yeah, I think there's a strong feeling amongst the dancers that I know and have worked with before that I've sent music to, that they just seem to work well for movement. So there aren't hard plans to do it yet, but I think that will definitely happen. And we're also we've started a Facebook group where we're sharing what we've done and inviting other people to come and get involved in sharing dreams and creating if they want to. It's different for everybody, but it produced something quite beautiful when we collaborated. So we're going to see if other people want to collaborate too.
Well, and that's what I think everybody loves about you, Tim, is that you are the ultimate collaborator in thinking outside the box and inviting other people in to enjoy maybe what you've created or to amplify what somebody else has created. And through dance, obviously, Lindsay Kemp is someone that you've worked with a number of times. Now the late Lindsay Kemp, and I said to you in an email after hearing this album, like I that Lindsay would have had a field day with this album, and also like one of the last times you were here in Toronto, you were telling me about how you had met. Was it a tango dancer? And she's in one of your videos. Tell us about that story about being here in Toronto and just kind of happenstance meeting this person.
There was a song that I recorded in Kensington called "About You," and I just I didn't know what I wanted the video to be for the song, but I knew that was the song that I wanted to make a video for. And I just started clapping my hands along to the song and realised that it lent itself to kind of flamenco, and Spanish rhythm. And I just Googled to see if there's any flamenco happening in Toronto, and there was the next night. And so I got in touch via a website, and the next thing I met the dancer Kyo Asaoka, who's actually Japanese Canadian. And we were recording her playing castanets in the studio a few days later. And then we went on to film the video with Vera Solovyova, who's a fantastic video director based in Toronto. And I mean, I think I take it for granted, but I think if you have an idea and you believe in it and you think other people are going to get something positive from it, then you'd better get on with it and do it. Life's not, doesn't go on forever, does it? So.
Well, no, it doesn't. But that's what I love about your work is that you bring a lot of your team into it, and then you invite others to kind of join your team, and they become part of this entourage that you have, and it makes your work that much better. Kate, the album came out a day or two ago on your birthday? Was that on your birthday?
Yeah, what a treat to have it on my birthday. That was a really beautiful thing.
Well, happy birthday to you. And the album is called Sounds to Pictures, Volume 3, Constellations. And again, folks, it's one of these albums that you really have to, take it with you going to sleep. Put on good headphones, not the cheapy earbuds. Put on good headphones, have a good listen to it, and just enjoy. You'll thank me later.
Yeah. Can I throw in a plug?
Please do.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody out there who, feels as we do, and especially as Kate does about dreaming, then they should visit the dreamfishingsociety.com. That's where Kate is tending to dream.
Love it. Tim Arnold, Kate Alderton, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. Kate, nice to meet you. And Tim, always a pleasure, my friend. Miss you, buddy.